Hello, BookTube. Today we're going to cover a lot, hopefully in a short amount of time. Woke up this morning, it was 13 degrees Fahrenheit. Furnace is kicking on a little more often. So, yeah, bundling up a bit. We brought our daughter to a friend's, and then the two boys and their mom and myself went to Best Buy because the little one wants Pokemon, and he's got this thing where they have a belt and these little plastic balls that open up and the little characters are in them. So that's the latest rage. And the older of the two boys, of course, wants to buy the little cards that have the cash on them for games. So that all the kids play. So that's how we started the day. We just got home. I did make a miniature book haul. When the kids are done at Best Buy and GameStop and all that, they always groan that I want my turn, which is the bookstore. But I usually get past that with Newberry Comics. And we did that, and then we went into BAM, Books A Million, and they have enough in there for the kids to keep busy with. So I'm going to start with, I'm doing a buddy read with Elena Macradina, and we're reading Anne McCaffrey's Dragonflight. We're doing it each week by section, so if anybody wants to jump in, like she said, it's not that long a novel, and we do a section a week, so you could catch up pretty quickly. This is part 2. So I got the first part is Where Search. Part 2 is Dragonflight, which I just read. Part 3 is Dustfall, and part 4 is The Cold Between. Fast-paced, good characters, really interesting story. We've jumped ahead in time now. You know, the same characters, Flower, Lessa, all of them are in the Where. There's a stress about the tribute that keeps the dragons in the Where and the hold, all that supplied while it is kept ready in case of the thread. That tribute's not coming because the folks have sort of forgotten in the larger world and their defenses are down and stuff. So excellent novel, the first novel of many about Pern by Anne McCaffrey, and I really am enjoying it. So that's the current read, the buddy read. Myself, I'm reading a bunch of nonfiction. It wasn't intended entirely for Nonfiction November. Somewhat was. I'm trying to finish up this teeny little thing, this Understanding Tolkien and Lord of the Rings by William Reddy. Parts of it I like, parts of it not so much. I love the old cover because I have the paperbacks that match it, that are the Lord of the Rings. Then I'm reading this odd volume. Well, I say it's odd. I never heard of it. I found it for free. It's Osbert Sitwell, The Cruel Month, Volume 1, Left Hand, Right Hand, an Autobiography. I just picked it up because it looked interesting. It's Sir Osbert Sitwell, born in London in 1892, brother of Dame Edith and Sir Sacheverell Sitwell, was one of this century, meaning the last, most professional writers. He was the author of several novels, plays, books of travel, and published many volumes of poetry and short stories throughout his life. But perhaps his most successful work was his Left Hand, Right Hand, his 4-volume autobiography, which was greeted with great critical acclaim as each volume appeared between 1945 and 49. And I'm finding it, the story of the family, the establishment of that very famous family, really be pretty interesting. I mean, maybe there's some of you out there have read it before and know about it. Let me see here. This is published by Quartet Books Limited, 1977. It was first published by Macmillan London Limited in 1945. So, yeah, if you know about it, pretty neat. I'd never heard of it. Then I've started the first volume of a set I picked up recently, and that's Jefferson of Virginia. See if I can do it without too much glare. Just gotten into it. I think I'm on page 50. So this is Dumas Malone's multi-volume biography of Jefferson. Let's see, it was copyright 1948. This is the 17th printing. It was quite popular. I think I remember, and it's Little Brown and Company out of Boston. I think I remember it used to be like one of the giveaways with the Book of the Month Club. And then the other thing I'm reading for Nonfiction November, and I got this out at the library, Walter Isaacson, is Leonardo Da Vinci. These are end papers. This is a really beautifully produced book. Simon & Schuster, New York, 2017, of course. Let's see if I can find some of the, give you an idea just how nice this is. So these are how they start out with like a timeline. A couple of pages. So like I say, beautifully produced. It's reading nicely. It's too early to really tell what I think, but so far it seems to be going along well. Page 76. And then another one I picked up, I have not started reading. Well, I think I read the introduction. Yeah, I'm on page 3 of the introduction. I saw this on Curtis Books and Films. He studies science fiction, and when he showed it, I thought, well, let me order that. See what I can learn. It's the Cambridge Companion to American Science Fiction, edited by Eric Carl Link from the University of Memphis and Jerry Canavan from Marquette University. It's actually published in New York, 2015. So some of the articles, part 1's histories and contexts. So and part 2 is themes and perspectives. So I'll give it a read. And then for my haul today, when I went into the bookstore, I always wanted to read this. Tor had one of those little box displays that sits on a table, but the books are a couple deep. They just sit there. So it's sort of a Christmas time thing you see quite a bit. And there was quite a few volumes that they had published in these hardbacks that are about the size of my hand. This is John Scalzi, Old Man's War. I've always wanted to get into this series. I never have done so. A Tom Doherty Associates book, New York, Tor, 2005's original publication, but this is first mini hardcover edition, October 2017. Let you see that in there. They had some other ones. I think they had a Robert Jordan. They had Brandon Sanderson. They had Ender's Game, Orson Scott Card. Can't remember what else was there. Can't remember. Might be a little collection worth grabbing. If I put it in the back of my jeans pocket walking around like you would a paperback, but this is a solid thing. So I read the first chapter and I'm already into it, but I need to finish my Anne McCaffrey and the little Tolkien book and a few others before I really get into it. But nice little find here. So it's been a busy week. So if I'm a little behind on comments or watching your videos, I apologize. It's just that time of year for us. I do my best to catch up. And thank you, BookTube.